Hanging out tonight talking about the music right here with the one and only Miss Jazz from the legendary band, the Bobby Rush Band. How you been, Jazz?
Been well, thank you, Danny.
Well, look, check this out now. Everybody know you because Bobby Rush is internationally famous.
Yes.
What part did you play in the Bobby Rush Band, or what part do you play in the Bobby? I know, but I want you to let everybody else know.
I play the part of the old hen.
The old hen.
The old hen.
Now what?
I'm Stella. I got my groove
You
back.
got your, well, okay, but now I've always been curious
Yes.
about this now.
Okay.
Because you're not that old. I'm trying to figure out why in the world would you be playing the part of the old hen? Now, Bobby Rush is the rooster, the
Yes,
old
he the
rooster,
rooster.
and you the old hen.
I'm the old hen.
So now why did they choose you to play that?
Well, actually, I am the old hen.
You are?
I'm actually the oldest one in the group, besides Bobby. Let me clear this up now. Besides Bobby, I really am actually the old hen.
Okay, so that's why he called you the old hen. Well, look, do me this one favor, because we got a lot of guys that check us out on YouTube. You know, and everybody, like, when they see Bobby Rush, the first thing come out of their mouth is, man, where your dancer, Jazz? Just give us a little bit. Can you give us a little bit? I'm a big Bobby Rush fan. Bobby's a good friend of mine, great friend of mine. And I mimic Bobby all the time. My son, 14, always mimicking. My baby mimic Bobby Rush. Can you give me just a little bit of the Bobby Rush? You know, Bobby Rush said that damn thing be talking to you.
Well, let me show you what Bobby said he.
Show.
I grew back.
Oh, hold on, wait. Let me make sure. Don't drop that camera, boy. I'm talking to my producer, Margaret B. Walden. Get the camera straight, man. Get the lens back on focus.
Now, can I get my groove back?
You got your groove. You ain't got to get it. You already got it back.
All
Well, look,
right.
Jazz, now, outside of being one of the Bobby Rush's dancers, you have your own business. You're an entrepreneur. So just let our fans know what it is that you do.
Well, actually, I'm playing a double role right now. I started Jazzii Entertainment, which was my baby, in 1995 as an entertainment management company. And I've had the opportunity to work with some of the greatest up under my management. I still currently manage Leo Casino, which is the first jazz major of the United States. He studied under Donald Byrd and Quincy Jones. Been inducted to the Hall of Fame for Black Filmmakers. I've had the opportunity to work with Red Rum and Mixmaster Lee, which I actually got my name started there from doing Stomp, which was a line dance that I did the dance, Red Rum did the rap, and Mixmaster Lee created the beat. And so it was the three of us. So we actually got it copyrighted, and I'm the fourth in the world to ever have a copyright on a dance. So that was my start in choreography and dancing. And after that, I have Mr. Sam, which is one of my current artists, and my new baby is Felisa Janae, which is just coming in off of the hip hop market into the Southern Soul.
Right.
You know, a couple of years ago we started a record label, so I'm now also playing a double role. You know what I'm saying? Playing vice president for the record label.
Right, so
for
you're
Large
doing the
Records.
management and the record executive and the artist, the whole nine.
The whole nine.
So now, how do you manage to juggle all of that? I mean, besides, with working with Bobby and doing what all you do, because Bobby is one of the guys that's on the circuit, and that Bobby probably does 160, 165 shows a year. So now, how do you manage that?
Actually, a couple of years we've done 352 shows.
Right.
Bobby works
most
every
of the year.
weekend. And I mean, the only time we're off in Bobby Rush is if we actually take off. And when I came to start work with Bobby 7 years ago, I already had my management company, so Bobby agreed to let me have some time off if I needed to work with some of my artists. And so we kind of like have that work relationship where if I need to be off, then I can do that.
Right now, I saw you guys, a DVD of you guys in China, so,
Yeah.
in the Great Wall, and y'all were walking the Great Wall and
Right.
doing that whole thing. So now, what kind of experience was that for you?
That was an experience for me. That was my first trip to China. I've been abroad. We've been to Switzerland, been to Spain, been to Norway, been to Italy, but that was my first trip to China, and to actually see one of the seven wonders of the world that was an experience within itself. You know what I'm saying? And I actually to see the Chinese culture. You know, some of the things you see on TV, you think it only happened on TV,
Right.
but it's actually for real with them squatting in the streets and all. It's something to be seen. And we all had an opportunity to visit the Buddha Tower, and you know, it was a great experience for me.
So now you perform live, you do the choreography. Do you actually write, or are you in the creative part of the, you know, of the company as far as making the records or whatever? Do you write, produce? Do you get involved in that whole thing?
Yes, I do. Actually, I do write a little bit. I will not call myself the great writer or a great writer, but I do have some verses or some pieces on a couple
Put
of
a line or two or something here or there. All right,
a
I
verse or
got
two.
I
You know what
feel
I'm saying? So
Okay.
yeah, I try to stay back for us the production part of it because we have some great staff like Mr. Sam. You know what I'm saying? He's a triple threat. So be able to have him aboard as one of our artists and to be able to keep it in house is a great advantage where we don't have to contract out as much.
Right.
And I've had the opportunity to work with great producers that also have named for themselves, already won Grammys and things. So like Mr. Sam was mentioning earlier in one of your interviews, that he's working with Wizard Jones. Well, I also worked with Alan Grit Smith, which did all of Keith Sweat's earlier hits,
Right.
Make It Last Forever. And also with TLC, he did some work with them as well. SWV, all of Escape when they first started, that was the man behind the board.
Right.
So I've had some good ones.
Well, look, now, as a record executive and an entrepreneur, are you looking for new artists? Are you searching for, you know, that star? Because you got a lot of people in your stable, but you don't quite have that one big star. So are you looking for any new artists, or are you know, you're looking for guys to sign or whatever to the label?
Right now, right at this point, no. But we will be opening the roster back up because we are a small independent company, and we like to kind of like finish one project at a time. And right now, like I was saying earlier, we have a new project coming from Mr. Sam, and we have Felisa Janae's new project coming. We also have a rock group that has a project coming.
Rock? Now wait, how do you go about managing from Southern Soul Blues to managing a rock group? I mean, or marketing a rock group. I mean, how do you get them played, or what's the secret behind that?
Well, the paperwork is the same. The marketing strategy is the same. It's the resource that's different. So, and that's kind of an ancient Chinese secret.
I got you. All right. So don't reveal all your secrets to the viewers, okay?
No.
Well, look, Jazzii, we thank you so much. You know, we out here hanging out. Just me and B, we just out. We out. We doing our thing, you know, and y'all having a good time. We thank you for just taking time out of your time. This is your time, you know, to give us this interview. It's always a pleasure. All right. Always enjoy seeing you.
Before we close, I cannot leave my other two off because if I do, it'll look like I'm playing favoritism. But, you know, I have to say that I also have on the roster Mr. Leo Casino, like I was saying,
Right.
which is a jazz major, and he usually do all your big boys. We actually had the opportunity to do Donald Trump's last wedding.
Oh, really?
So, yes. And then I have...
Well, you know, Donald Trump get married so much, so hell,
Well, we'd like to do it again and again.
Again. Hey, you got a lifetime gig playing for Donald Trump wedding.
Exactly right. And then I have Lynette Love, who is an author and an inspirational speaker out of Detroit. So I'm dabbling into literary art as well.
Well, look, Jazz, thank you once again for taking time out, for stopping by the camera and just sharing with us. Now, you know, you can check us out right here on YouTube, talking about the music. You hearing it from Miss Jazzii, one of the greatest entertainers of all time. She do her thing. Y'all trust me. If you hadn't seen her, get any Bobby Rush video live. You'll see Jazz, the old hen.
The old hand. Thank you.
Jazz.
Thank you.